that the players can really reroute their way across the land of Dawn here. So it benefits for me. Those roamers were very also aggressive. As you can see, the maps here, expanding rivers gives you movement speed. Broken walls gives you opportunity to have this early route, shortest routes to come from one lane to another.
Oh, okay. That means that Johnson will be a good pick. Johnson, no,
He is the icon there on the broken glass.
No more walls to accidentally crash onto.
Yes. Anyway, Fanny is one as well. Fanny is going to be easy for her to actually latch out and
I feel
then
that's
go.
harder, right? Because there's lesser walls now.
Well, if you're a Fanny user, you are mechanically gifted already. So.
I think that's a very big difference, though. Because they are so used to knowing where the walls are. The moment that they come into broken walls and then they shoot out at the cables, there's supposed to be a wall there.
My own path.
And it misses. So they're just rounded. Can you imagine that?
Yeah,
right?
Can, of course. Yeah, of course. Being an open-minded one, but of course you
Open-minded?
You need to really read or have knowledge of this current patch if that's the case.
Yeah.
Not just use the flying cloud and then. So broken walls here benefits, of course, those shortcuts to those aggressive heroes here. Gonna expect, of course. Again, Khalid for the show.
Because I saved my
course,
nation.
Angela is pretty
Right,
good.
yeah.
And there you go. There's going to be a Yisen Shin. What's great about the opening of a Yisen Shin here, Abstract, is it gives so much flexibility already on your side lanes. So because you have the marksman already, possibly, again, Harith, Bane on the gold here. On the other side, of course, Lapu-Lapu, you have seen CC as well as one of the great, but it has been banned already. Coming in from the side here,
the end of one thing is the beginning of another.
Esmeralda.
Okay, they will still play around that Esmeralda, but in the meantime, they are still. Oh,
My tail's been itching for a
Kalia. Okay. I love this, right? This is a lot more of a pick-off comp than what we have seen in the previous one. The previous one is just kind of like the entire village just drop on you lah.
Yes.
The whole kampong boom. Yeah, here's my kampong. Here's my kampong.
Yes.
Right?
That is true.
Yeah. So now I think that KE, the one thing that they want to look out for is someone that have same thing like burst damage, being able to make full use of Kalia, because you can of course land the suplex, but if you don't kill anyone within of the suplex duration, then what's the point?
I agree. That's somehow that is one of the downside of having a Kalea right now, because it's combo dependent. So you need a certain burst, again, a certain combo to pull through to utilize the Kalea pick here. On the other side, though, again, the Forza and the Phoveus, I still love these two heroes. Damage-wise here, early game as well. So it also benefits the side of Team Evil that the 1-1 will not be secured here for the side of Kingdom Esports.
Okay, but 1-1 is still available if they really want to go for. Regardless, this is a lot more area denial coming in from Evil. So just trying to go straight in for a dive comp for KE might pose a little bit of a threat. But they do have Kalia to pull people in.
Yes.
They need some reach. And they need
combo.
some burst. So Lunox is still a pretty decent pick here, if you ask me.
Yeah, Lunox is pretty good as well, but
Obsidian!
The new hero!
Oh my god.
OMG, I did not expect here that we are going to see in first week a new hero popping up here in our clean composition. Obsidian, ladies and gentlemen, is a new hero which relies so much on her bone shards, the bone stacks here, Abstract. So Obsidian, she has the damage capability with the conditions that her stacks is really full. Remember, her stacks can only be gained through attacks on heroes, not on minions. So she needs to be very aggressive here all throughout the map, which benefits, of course, the Kalea. The Kalea has the peak of potential. So for this peak of potential, gotta expect, of course, Obsidian will be across team fight here. But she will not stay on her lane in this moment in time. So Obsidian also shines for a damage rack as long as her itemizations are in check. But you need time there, Abstract. This is the thing. You need time to scale this hero.
Well, that's all marksman, right? So, so it's not exactly a condition. It's a forced technically it is a forced condition. Because when it comes down to other marksmen, like Bruno, for example, it is a marksman that skills in the in the early and the late stages of the game, right? The more you get the kills, and then you just kind of pop
What's your
on like
command?
crazy.
Your
But
team
Obsidian, even
is
if
banning.
you do get, early game kills and all that kind of stuff, you still
The
don't
hunt
get yourself
begins.
into
Your team is
critical
banning.
mass. You need time because you need to keep hitting over and over and over
Yes.
and over again.
Yep, that is. We can see that right now, the side of Kingdom Esports, they want to be team fight oriented on this one because you need those stacks to be racking up here all throughout the time for the side of Obsidian. But it is really interesting here. Having the Kalea right now only shows that they need to be very aggressive here for the side of Kingdom Esports. On the other side, Team Evil here again, burst damage is there, especially with Yes and Shin on this first pick. We know that Yes and Shin, despite of course the nerfs
Your
coming
team
in
is
from
picking.
this hero, still it has the momentum build up potential coming in from this hero. They just need a proper crowd control for the roam. We've seen the Cho pretty much open here as well. And remember, Obsidian also doesn't have really had the dashes. She has the movement speed though. She had the skill for the movement speed. Remember, it's a movement speed. It's not a dash. So walls there.
Alright,
Yep.
yeah.
But it's a broken wall.
But it's broken walls.
Yep.
So it doesn't really exactly matter.
Yes. Okay then. Okay then.
Okay. So it kind of makes sense here. It kind of makes sense here. You still will be able to kind of keep circling around over and
Yes.
over again when you are using your Hunt of Bone.
Yep.
So I do kind of like that idea.
Yeah.
But what exactly is going to be the next thing? Because Obsidian's late game.
Yes.
But you gotta have to look up for the early game.
Kagura.
Kagura!
That's your burst.
That's the burst. That's
Yes.
fair. That's fair. You'll still be able to get yourself really deep into the fights, especially since we're looking at the Farsa coming in from Evil. Both, when it comes down to Farsa versus the Kagura, I will say that when it comes down to lane prio, Farsa is definitely gonna still be faster than the
Yeah, I
Kagura.
agree. And it's much easier to execute, man. So compared to a Kagura, you really need some high mechanical mastery here to pull out those outplays coming in from this hero. But then again, this is the burst. You have mentioned, right, Abstract. This is the burst damage that the side of Kingdom Esports needs.
This is a Kagura that's gonna be played against Sayla.
See? Oh, yeah. Now that you mentioned it.
Yeah, so during I guess the resurgence of Evil, or one of the first few times that of Sayla's career, he played so much Kagura that we literally look at Kagura and be like, that's Sayla.
That's Sayla. Oh,
That's
okay.
Sayla.
Only
So-
shows here she
and-
knows how to counter.
Yeah, so FMM, you're kind of digging yourself a little bit of a grave, isn't it? Playing a Kagura against a Sayla. That's bold plays.
Bold plays,
Bold
plus
pick.
also Kingdom Esports in general having the Obsidian as well into their team composition, and it's a risky play, but we'll see on how Kingdom Esports is going to work this one out. But look at Team Evil response to finalize their team composition here. The Grok as well as the Bruno. Now the Grok is one of the most devastating roamers right now, having early game damage really racks up, plus broken walls as well.
born
There's
with
walls everywhere
talent.
here. It's gonna be easier for him also to pop up this ultimate.
Magic.
Another magic-based damage team composition. See,
Okay.
I think we can see the trend here, Abstract. I mean, it's all brawl here. It's all damage. It's all momentum, early game aggression.
Yeah, okay, so at least Kalia and the Guinevere can kind of play around with one another in some sense, right? Because Kalia does provide knockups. Yeah, Kalia does provide a couple of knockups, but I can't see that as a true combo with Guinevere. It's more of like a, it's nice to have kind of situation. But otherwise, I still wouldn't say that Guinevere in the jungle will be able to provide that kind of early game lead that they would want against this lineup, which does have a Yisushin and a Bruno, both of which are amazing in the early stages of the game. You give them the opportunity, you give them the time, and that is generally when they are going to be popping off.
Yeah, this is the second time you're seeing the Guinevere in the jungle as well. So I'm not sure if this is really the meta
Welcome
here,
to
but
Mobile
remember the current patch, Guinevere is gonna be easy for her to stack up or to have her skill, passive skill enhanced. There are only 2 hits, and 3 hits rather. There we go. You can have already the basic attack coming in from this Guinevere. So all this damage going to be rocked up in the early stage of the game.
Damn. So technically, when it comes down to Guinevere in the lane, she does kind of sound pretty darn annoying if she just needs 2 basic attack in order to go for the enhanced basic
one.
attack.
Yep.
Oh,
Aggressive play we're seeing here now. Well, see. Taking it up.
there's already a congregation of 4 members down in the middle lane. It's not too big of a problem for Lolzy though, despite losing quite a bit of health, it is totally fine. But that is going to be one of the first iterations of our broken walls. Yep. When it comes down to pit, the
Shortcut.
name kind of named it itself. The wall is broken.
And we've seen also the insanity here is going to be easy for her to respond as well in the mid on such a little wanderer aspect in the game. But this is the hero we're looking up for, especially during the later stage of the game, the Obsidia. I'm not sure how they've been able to push this one through, but remember, Obsidia having those stacks, fully stacked Obsidia plus itemization in check, is going to be difficult for her to really shut down. You have so much attack potential here. Remember, each bone shell has 7% attack.
Oh, good lockdown right onto FMM, trying to get himself away with the E1%, but of course, with the Rashu Umbrella Flea, allowed FMM to get himself in a pretty good spot.
Right.
HP is already all the way more than 50% HP, so he's gonna be fine in the middle lane, while they focus down to clear these waves as much as possible. So far, Kingdom Esports, they have always gotten themselves some great lane priority in the middle lane, focusing on to keeping Sayla in check in the middle. He does hit level 4 though, so you're gonna have to watch out for all of that Faza's Feathered Airstrike.
And speaking of which, now this is still going to be the turtle chance. FMM has the poke as well. Look at the position here. It's going to be 4v4, and here right now going to go forward.
There we go, and the Airstrike just going to be landing on the Insanity. Just got himself all the way to the northern part, while Lolzy as well as Yon just going to be keeping himself right in the center of the battle, being the anchor. But unfortunately, Lolzy will lose his life first, while the rest of Kingdom Esports swims away.
Yeah.
While Aether, he goes down to 1-for-1 trade.
Oh, look at this one. Very aggressive.
Wow, I don't even know that gear was there, but it's still gonna be slamming all the way through into the opponent's territory. And Insanity, he might actually die here, but with a good amount of shields, he's still gonna be fine. Powerful is right around the vicinity, and despite that, the suplex happens, but it's not quite enough to be able to do anything to clear, because this guy is alive! Lolzy overstayed his welcome in his own place, but it is a 3v1 after all.
Ah man, this trio, man, this is just insane. And this is the ultimate coming in from the side of Grant here, just providing so much damage on her bone shards. But then look at this one. Early game still is going to be fan racking up so much as well. But you can see that one, the trio we are seeing coming in from Evo, powerful. Sayla as well as Gear. This trio has the chemistry as well, being very aggressive, trying to invade as well. Kingdom Esports is just hurting here for the other team.
Consider Grant is a little bit impatient when it comes down to the bone energy. Really want to get those bone shots stacked up.
Oh.
As such, he's gonna take a little bit too much hard shots off of Ven. It's kind of like a 1v1 for now, but Lolzy joins into the fray. But at least Grant will still stay alive.
And I thought Kingdom Esports will prioritize the gold lane here. I think they need to babysit more the Grant here on the Obsidia. Without the window or without the space here, it's going to be hard really for Grant to rack up her accusations. But then again, Kingdom Esports here still going to go for the mid. They need to go for the objectives here, but this isn't going to be easy, especially powerful here. There's so many walls across the map here. It's going to be easy for him to pack his to rack up his passive as well.
Yeah, so with the lack of bone shots in the early game, you always want to be brawling, right? So
yes.
As much as possible, Grant wants to join into the battles, even if he's dealing, mediocre damage. At least he's still building up to the later part of the game. The entirety of Kingdom Esports is just going to be hovering themselves around in their own jungle, while Insanity opens things up a little bit. The entirety of the that is going to be the flicker of the lifetime that we want to see from the side of Lolzy. Pulls right in onto Aether. One of the junglers dead for the side of Evil, so that is going to be retribution that's gone. However, Evil is still very strong onto the front line. They are the vanguards, and they will still take the turtle down and away from Kingdom Esports.
Man, very unfortunate there for the side of Kingdom Esports. I can see the intention there coming in from the side of Lolzy to go for a burst damage and pick off, but it's not enough. Evil, so much damage on their other side. They still need additional firepower here for the side of Kingdom Esports. Grant, so far, Joker here needs some itemization. Look at the top side here. It has been secured by Fan already for that outer turret.
I still feel that Guinevere doesn't really come into play that well with Lolzy, or rather as a... I I don't know. I feel that it's not.
Combo.
Yeah, it's not exactly the combo. I would love to. You can extend it. Yes, I think that the main thing is for Kingdom Esports, they want to extend the crowd control duration of Lolzy suplexes, and then follow it up with Yawn going in with the Violet Requiem. But aside from that, buying time in the team fight essentially just grants more bone energy, which translates into bone shards.
Yes.
So I don't know whether that is exactly what they want to do. Extend fight in the early stages just so that they can just kind of pop off for grants. We'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, that is going to be the Violet Record that's going to be popped on to Powerful, getting themselves one kill. However, Gear is not going to let them off the hook that easily, as he constantly goes into Demonic Force to just push the rest of Kingdom Esports away while he takes control of the jungle.
And look at the resources that has been expended coming in from Kingdom Esports just to pick off Powerful in that sequence, man. It only shows here that they need so much damage yet for the side of Kingdom Esports to not only pick one, but only the rest of the side of Team Evil. Sales positioning on the far side is immaculate as well. There's no one for the side of Kingdom Esports to actually go into the flanks here. And look at this one, just they've been zoned out of control time and time again coming in from Sayla.
Yeah. So Evil has got great objective games thus far. Literally all of the turtle. Well, we'll see about this one. But even when it comes down to the turret takes, he has also gotten all 3 turrets. All the inner turrets, or rather, all the outer turrets are already taken out. So Evil, they would want to take this turtle down as much as possible to have a perfect objective game. Because he flickers in, immediately to suplex, but he will go down first. There's going to be a 1-for-1 trade at this point in time with the rest of the members coming for the side of Evil to push the entirety of Kingdom Esports away, all the way to the south, to the northeastern part. Grant is still hiding within of the brushes, hoping they will be able to build a little bit more bone charges. But that's not going to be the way. It is some free kill that will be credited over to Sayla with the Feathered Airstrike.
Oh my goodness, here Abstract is the same result. We have seen the same initiation coming in from Rosie, but in fact is a deja vu. They have been countered immediately here by Powerful's ultimate on the drop, and the rest here for the Kingdom Esports is in. Not enough. Their power is not enough. Rather, in that kind of situation, they are trying to target your Aether. Mission complete on taking him down. But then in the rest of Team Evil punches back so hard that Kingdom Esports had no intention to actually prolong the turtle dance.
Who's going to be the main annoyance? Or rather, who's really the main annoyance of Evil? Sayla? Van?
Man, Sayla has been incredible here, and Powerful has been the counter as well. Van is just the insurance here in the later stage of game, but then again, so much space has been given to him, and Grant cannot even 1v1 him on the lane. But then again, we will not discount here Grant. He doesn't have any deaths yet, and that is a good thing for the side of Kingdom Esports. They need just him to scale.
We'll see when they will be able to get himself into critical mass. In the meantime, it's fight from 2 fronts in the top and the bottom lane. Van hoping that he will be able to get himself running away.
What?
He's going 1v2, almost getting away. He did!
What?
Van takes a kill off of the head of Lolzy. And look at for FMM! He takes another one! Now he's going 1v1 against Yawn, but unfortunately he will fly up into the sky and allow the Violet Requiem to land. But that is the perfect trade because it allows Aether to swipe in for the kill. All 5 members down.
Oh man, if you have Drin Sanity on the other side, it's a Ben Sanity on the kind of sequence. It was great, man. That was impressive to see how Ben kept his composure to go for a 3v1 situation. And man, I can say in this moment, Abstract, you have asked me who is the nuisance here for the side of Team Evil. At this moment in time, Ben just proving his point that he's not just late game insurance right now. He is the man right now to be looking out for.
He literally proved you wrong at the very same minute, dude.
Oh my goodness.
The very same minute.
The timing coming in from this guy.
10 minutes into this game now, we are looking at 6,000 goal lead in favor for Evil. This is going to be a tough fight for Kingdom, especially since they know that it is not acceptable for them to give Evil a free Lord for this upcoming take. As we do have the rest of Kingdom Esports mostly going to be in the northern part of where Evil is. They are circling around and hoping that they will be able to encircle them. But there we go, Lofty immediately going straight in. Supply. Unfortunately, that is going to be the Purify that is being used by Van, so he's going to be safe and sound, allowing for a refrag, or rather, it's just going to be a counter take against Lolzy. Takes him down, and now, with the lack of the initiation from Kingdom Esports, they yield the Lord.
Man, it's really difficult for Kalea, for Lolzy to penetrate through. Again, it's the same sequence here. Just a single powerful ultimate there. Follow up with Sailors. A feathered airstrike. Everyone coming in from Kingdom Esports has been smashed into pieces. No response whatsoever. Even FMM here. He is Kagura here. We know Kagura has some dashes, has some flanking potential. Cannot even go through here behind enemy lines.
Yeah, so I think that with both Zayla and Ven being one of the, or rather, they are literally the main problems of Evil. They are the damage dealers after all. I think Aether does give a lot of damage too, but I think that the vision game is also another thing that we gotta talk about, right? Kingdom Esports ultimately, they don't have an answer for Zayla when he pops off into the Feathered Airstrike. They don't have the burst to really deal with whoever they want to catch. They need to make sure that Purify is off cooldown. That's another layer that Kingdom Esports gotta think about, because it's understandable. Kingdom Esports, the main name of the game is to crowd control someone to death. And that comes into Magical Thumb, or perhaps even when it comes down to the Tsunami Slam. But speaking of Slam, it's gonna be Evil just slamming themselves right in the face of Kingdom Esports, allowing Aether to get a kill down on Lolzy. The Initiator is now down, while the Lord marches himself right over to the core. The rest of Evil marches to the middle lane. Get it all down, bring the Ballista in, the Kingdom Esports, and now just going to be holding down and trying to wave clear as much as possible. But luckily, it's 12 minutes and 11 seconds in. It's a new batch of creep wave that will be allowing them to fight back.
Oh, look at the damage here coming in from the side of Van already on the Bruno, hitting so hard already and powerful. He's giving so much space, and here, also popping his ultimate. Nothing Kingdom Esports can do. This is the last hurrah.
New wave at the top in the middle lane. In the meantime, Sailor pops out with a Feathered Airstrike, but unfortunately that's not going to be lasting for too long as Van allows himself to get a kill out of Lolzy. But for now, Yawn hoping that he'll be able to take things down, but no! It's a 5-man wipeout in favor for Evil.
Oh man, the evil magic is here once again. And look at that siege. No one died from the side of Team Evil.
Oh man, 2-0 victory.
Oh man, my prediction is wrong, but then again, it's 2-1, right? I predicted 2-1, but still,
it's
Evil.
still a win though. A win is a win.
So meaning they exceeded my expectations here.
They did.
Oh my goodness, Team Evil. There's different thing, and no, I know.
Evil, absolutely amazing. And now, Van, MVP of the game. Once again, 8:1:8 for the total KDA with a total of 956 GPM. Boy, oh boy.
Remember the 3v1 outplay there?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
This guy.
You thought that Bruno was the one being hunted,
Yes.
but the hunter are the hunted.
Yeah. This is incredible in this game already here. And big shout out as well to Powerful and how he really utilizes the Grak as well in that game. Man, the Grak just giving so much counter attacks here. Once Lolzy goes in his Kalea, the counter attack coming in from the ultimate coming in from Powerful as well just disrupts the combo coming in from the side of Kingdom Esports.
Yeah, this is a really tough game for Lolzy and Yawn, right? Because given their picks, they need to look for opportunities. But given the opportunities, we've got Van and Sela that picked up Purify. Powerful is naturally, or rather, the Grok is naturally immune to crowd control. Gear, as long as he's in the sky, he's untouchable and he can't be crowd controlled, right?
Yep.
So that left with Aether.
Man.
Did they even attack Aether? Well, I think that it was, in different cases, right? They look for different opportunities. They identify who is the problem. Given the itemizations here, you know who is the real problem. With Van with a total of 12,000 gold to his name. That's a lot, by the way. In 12 minutes and 53 seconds, I think both games ended around the same time. But this game was a little bit more dominating in the early stages.
Plus, of course, we have seen the team composition coming in from Southern Kingdom. These are small magic base here. Look at the accusations here. The Radiant armor is there. The Athena shields as well. So it's going to be easy for the side of Team Evil as well to negate those initial burst damages coming in from the linear composition from Kingdom Esports in this situation. But man, again, Guinevere jungle, unfortunately, it doesn't have the match combo coming in from Lolzy as well.
Yeah, they're lacking a lot of damage, actually. I think that's the main problem about Kingdom Esports lineup, right? They want to extend the periods of the fight as long as possible, just so that they will allow Grant to stack up on these bone shots, and This is an all-in game to hope that Grant will be able to help them win the game in the late stages. But that comes into a point whereby they lack the firepower or the potential to win in the early game, or rather keep them afloat in the early game.
Correct.
They have Kagura, but is it enough? Damage dealt 27,000. Not nearly as enough as what Insanity is able to pour out.
And look at Grant's damage dealt here, 18,000, way below from Powerful Scrock there,
Exactly.
which is 20k. And you know, you need Obsidia to really go into the team fight, have these early optimizations to really utilize this hero. But then again, we haven't seen that kill participation. Participation is only 20% as well. So unfortunately here, it didn't work with the team composition from the side of Kingdom Esports. Man, Team Evil was really good. I mean, the chemistry is there already. The aggressiveness coming in from Team Evil is there as well. Looking forward and how they move forward into the regular season.
There's just no answer for Sailor. And that allowed Evil to kind of lead in the